Hmm. Very tough. Um, Settings. Sorry. Just nothing wants to work properly, including Twitch now somehow. So, what's your problem? Thank you. Finally working, you piece of code. Excellent. All right. This is working. This is working as well. This is all working. Don't need this anymore. OBS. Start recording. Hello, everyone. Here is Andy. Here is our bonfire again. It's not the first take, which is a shame because I was very emotional during the first attempt to record the first part of Deus Ex Mankind Divided, but here we go, and I welcome you to the first part of Deus Ex Mankind Divided. This is our cybernetic bonfire. From now on, we moved from space bonfire to futuristic cyber bonfire. I've been waiting to play this game for a long time, and last time we were in Deus Ex series. It was Deus Ex Human Revolution 2 years ago when I met the game for the first time. I was very impressed by the music, by the story. I was very emotional. I enjoyed the game immensely, and I'm really hoping to get as much and more from the sequel. Here I want to mention a couple of facts. First of all, a thank you to one of my students, my friend Nick, who is my follower on Twitch as well, and it was thanks to him that I decided to meet the series, mostly because of the music. The soundtracks from the first game, from Human Revolution, that is, first for me, of course. The soundtracks that are posted on YouTube, you know, those 1-hour versions from Wonderful People, Serif Industries, Police Department, and the Mole soundtrack have become my pacifiers, my melodies to calm down sometimes at night, and they never ever bore me. They always have this soothing effect, and I'm very thankful to the composer. So I guess we have to mention the composer. Michael McCann. It's thanks to him, I guess, that the game has such an incredible ambience, such an incredible atmosphere, and I cannot imagine Deus Ex without it. And we here in this menu, just in the menu, it's already piercingly beautiful. It's amazing, and the tracks from this game have become a big part of my emotional life. Some years ago, one of my other friends mentioned a couple of trailers that were about the game, that talked about future potential problems, societal problems. And I watched the trailer and I was like, whoa, that's something very special. I wasn't sure if I was gonna play that game. I I didn't try and I didn't continue my research. But here we go, and I think we can use this extras option to watch the announcement trailer and the mechanical apartheid trailer of Deus Ex. I think that will be a good start to our playthrough. So let's get going. I welcome you to the new series of my streams. Hopefully from the technical part it shall be all right. I won't shut down the recording this time because my first attempt unfortunately crashed because of the Deus because of the DirectX 12 option turned on, and I googled and there are a lot of problems connected to that, so I returned to DirectX 11 and now I hope everything will be fine. But if something goes wrong, I'll still keep the recording and we'll revive the stream afterwards, just because I want some kind of seamless experience. It's a very important moment for me. I really was anticipating the game very much, and I'm very sensitive to its atmosphere. I'm very sensitive to the potential topics I think I'll meet here. I was incredibly touched by many things in the previous in the sequel. And yeah, I feel quite resonant towards Adam Jensen as a person, and that's why I want it to be, well, properly done, with all the necessary elements, with all the attributes that this story deserves. So let's get going. As I said, 2 extras and the trailer, the 2 trailers we have.
We are human beings. Each and every one of us. This must not go on. This injustice must end.
An increase in the number of terrorist attacks highlights the danger posed by augmented citizens.
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
Help me.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become. They've worked from the shadows for years, shaping the future, manipulating lives, controlling information. Innocents have died as they play their game.
We will not sit idly by and allow our rights to be eroded out of fear and ignorance any longer. We will not be herded into ghettos and treated as outcasts. We will stop at nothing.
The world is different now. The old rules no longer apply. So much pain. So many lies. Their darkness must end.
This should be your fight as well, brother. The promise of a golden age is over.
won't let it happen again.
Yes, this one I haven't seen, and it gets me. It gets me. I mean, the music, the narrative. I will be streaming with such little breakdowns, but I think the gameplay shall be less emotional because we'll be playing the game. It was fine for Human Revolution. It's just that trailers always get me, always, especially with such music. So let's go to the second one.
How did we get here?
Technology is advancing at a phenomenal rate. Artificial eyes to cybernetic limbs.
The promise of a better future. We now have the choice to free ourselves from any kind of limitation.
Strength, power, speed. Now I focus on what really matters.
Have these augmentations really been
There are
tested?
people who say that what is happening is unnatural, that we're playing God. But people were scared of electricity, and where would the world be without
What
that?
happens if this technology falls into the wrong hands?
Diseases or viruses that could wipe out the human race.
Scenes of terror are being witnessed worldwide.
Kind of madness has gripped the mechanically augmented people. 9 million deaths confirmed and counting.
This is an attack on humanity and the universal values that we share.
These people were hacked. They had no control.
What is the appropriate response? And can we actually protect ourselves from this happening again?
I have no idea what happened. I would never.
He tried to kill me.
At what point will governments consider the idea of segregation for all our sakes?
We can be politically correct, or we can be foolish. But it's gonna get worse and worse.
The Czech Republic adds its voice to a growing list of countries calling for the relocation of its augmented citizens.
No
Reports of severe shortages of the drug neuropozyne required to inhibit the rejection of augmentations.
fight for our God-given rights to defend our will.
In a sign of growing anti-augmentation sentiment, thousands march. It doesn't matter how many idiots you get out there on the street. We will not relinquish our limbs. Do you understand?
What's happening on this planet is a mass fear-mongering, and the mainstream media pushing this narrative.
The officer suffered severe facial
Incident after incident after
You need to be
incident.
afraid, because they are coming for you.
We will not be made slaves to corporations. We will rise up.
To them, we are the enemy.
Have you seen what your kind are doing?
My kind? You sound just like them.
We've come to a tipping point.
I can't live like this anymore.
This violence is completely out of control.
The road is being paved for this corporate militants.
What do they have planned for us? Why are they building concentration camps? What's going on out there?
Reports of multiple fatalities. Only one way to deal with these bloodthirsty fanatics.
A lot of people died. Now you want to take away our freedom? You will pay for it in blood.
Multiple detonations looks like car
The
bombs.
Augmented Rights Coalition denies responsibility.
The Segregation Act has been passed into law, effective immediately.
Augmented persons are being asked to move to safe and secure segregated districts.
I don't want them to take me.
We are still your neighbors, your brothers, your sisters, who love us. We lost everything. Our dreams, our innocence. Where are you taking her? Where are you taking her? Our humanity.
There is also a video which is the recap of what happened during Human Revolution, but the game will offer to watch that when we start the gameplay actually, so we can keep that for future. Yeah, and it was exactly the video that my friend sent me some years ago. And yeah, you see that they really did a hard job. I mean, the creators of the game, they have created this real movie with the narrative. And here we have the explanation why it's called Mankind Divided, because mankind was divided by the technology, by augmentation practices. And Human Revolution name was because the revolution was the tech revolution, to enhance our capacity, to enhance our abilities, to make us stronger. And then it came to some complications. So, societal complications, relationship complications, and if you have watched my playthrough, I guess you haven't, I don't think many people watched it on YouTube, but there are recordings of the series, and I knew of the video, of this video that we've just watched. I knew what happened, and that's why the person who was behind what happened, I couldn't kill that person, but you could disagree with him and then you could knock him out, which I happily did. I knocked him out because he was the creator of the technology that enabled augmentation, and then he became afraid of that technology, and he thought that he would hack all the people with augmentations and make them, turn them into this frenzy state, and he thought that this way he would stop the progress. And that was such an awful thing to do, because you see what has happened because of that. And so, of course, I didn't agree with his position and tried to amend, but I think what we see indicates that the amendment wasn't possible. The wheel was turned to spin. And yeah, so we have watched the intros to the game that were officially published some years ago. Now we begin the story. Let me just check that the subtitles are still on. Yes, they are. Yeah, I think I'm regaining control of my voice, of my emotional condition. I'm not too yeah, I think I'm fine now. And the story mode, I tried to test the game's performance, so that's why I'm starting the new game. And we have Give Me a Story. You play games for the story and experience, not for the challenge or competitiveness. Enjoy the Deus Ex experience. Give me a challenge, good story and a good challenge. That's how the game is meant to be played. And Deus Ex, hardened enemies and tougher situations will make experience quite challenging and give you your experience quite challenging, give you a good adrenaline rush. You're one with the machine. And I never asked for this, the meme phrase, which is unavailable because I guess you should first complete the game at least once. So I played Human Revolution, the previous part with Give Me a Story mode, which, well, it was fine. I had difficulties in the beginning because I was trying to understand how to play the game. Do you want to make it too easy? Am I just playing for the story, or am I playing for the challenge? Thing is that what I also appreciate about Deus Ex is it lets me be merciful. It doesn't force me to kill people, which I didn't do in my previous playthrough. I think I only killed some couple of enemies in the beginning because I didn't know I could just run past them, and then the bosses were like you were obliged to eliminate them. You had no option. Well, technically, I think I killed only 2 bosses out of 3, because the first one, I think he killed himself with the grenades. It was a very, very messy battle. I don't know what happened there, but I laughed hard afterwards, because it really seemed that he just bombarded himself to death. I like the phrase, "This is how the game is meant to be played," so maybe that's what we should embrace and go with. So let's go with the challenge. I hope I don't regret that. You can enjoy Deus Ex Mankind Divided as a standalone experience. You can also relive the events of Deus Ex Human Revolution, which took place 2 years prior, by watching a 12-minute recap video. Do you want to watch the recap video now? 12 minutes. Is it a good idea to watch? I think so, absolutely, because we want to be informed as to what is coming and what happened before that, and I also want to refresh my memories myself, so let's do that.
The year was 2027. Advances in biotechnology were helping people improve their physical and mental abilities to an amazing degree, provided, of course, they had enough money. A new breed of people was emerging, half human, half machine. And in Detroit, at least, not everyone was happy to see it. I'd just landed a job as head of security at Sarif Industries, a cutting-edge biotech firm. David Sarif himself handpicked me for the job, said he needed me to keep his people safe. My ex, Megan Reed, was one of them. Brilliant neuroscientist, Megan had found a way to make augmentation safe and affordable for everyone. All she had to do was present her research to Congress. But the night before her big meeting, my security measures failed. A team of Black Op mercenaries stormed into Sarif headquarters, massacring everyone in sight. 3 of the mercs were heavily augmented walking tanks. Their mission? Take out Megan and her team. I tried to stop them, but their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall. Last thing I heard as his bullets slammed into my brain was Megan's dying scream. I should have died with her. Only I didn't. High-end military-grade enhancements saved my life. The best augmentation Sarif's money could buy. Took me half a year to get a feel for her. Should have taken longer. But 6 months into my recovery, Sarif Industries was attacked again. This time by a radical group of pro-human purists. Violent, militant, and fanatically opposed to human augmentation. They claimed to be members of Humanity Front, a non-profit organization that wanted the UN to limit biotechnology research. The thugs broke into Sarif's factory and found machinists working overtime on a top-secret military augment called the Typhoon. Sarif sent me to retrieve it, and when I did, I found one of the so-called purists next to it, wired with cerebral implants, trying to download its classified specs. Obviously, something more was going on. The AUG killed himself before I could question him. Sarif ordered me to dig deeper, so with the help of Frank Pritchard, Sarif's head of cybersecurity, I did. Turns out a second hacker had been controlling the AUG's actions from somewhere off-site. Pritchard and I tracked his signal to a secret FEMA internment camp in Detroit. The Black Op mercenaries were there. The same mercs who'd left me for dead 6 months before. Figured they'd try again when they saw me. Wasn't so easy for them this time. I took out the tank named Barrett. Even got him to give me a new lead. A penthouse apartment in China. Of course, we both knew it would be a trap in the end. Hengsha Island, China. Home to a city so crowded, they had to build a second city on top of it. Trying to find clues in Hengsha wouldn't be easy. Lucky for me, I wasn't alone. Farida Malik, Sarif Industries' ace pilot, had lived in Hengsha before. A good person to have on your side. She knew enough about the place to get me around. Malik dropped me in the lower city, close to the penthouse Barrett had told me about. Bell Tower Associates, a private security firm under contract to the Chinese government, had agents tossing the suite when I arrived. Just not for the reason I'd been expecting. Turns out the man who lived there was a criminal hacker named Van Bruggen. The same hacker who'd been remotely controlling the AUG in Sarah's factory. Van Bruggen's panicked decision to force the man to commit suicide had been a mistake. Now his mercenary partners were gunning for him, and I needed to find him before they did. Locating Van Bruggen meant playing nice with the Triads, Hengsha's organized crime lords. They had the hacker holed up inside a low-rent capsule hotel. By the time I found him, Van Bruggen had no qualms giving up the woman who hired him. Zhao Yunru, president of the Taiyang Medical Corporation. According to Van Bruggen, Zhao wanted to monopolize the augmentation industry and had hired Black Op mercenaries to destabilize her competition. Seraph Industries was at the top of her list. To prove this, I needed to get inside TYM and grab a surveillance hologram off a server. I suspected Van Bruggen was hiding something when he told me this, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. Megan wasn't dead. She and her 4 best researchers had been kidnapped, spirited away somewhere while their kidnappers made it look like they were dead. Desperate to learn more, I confronted Zhao in her penthouse. She claimed to be a pawn in a bigger plan, and hinted at a group so powerful it controlled global interests at a whim. Then she slipped into a panic room and hit the alarm, forcing me to make a very quick exit. I figured Zhao was lying, but part of her confession made sense. David Seraph had been worried about his people. So worried, he'd required all of them to have subdermal locator devices surgically implanted. The GPOs would have been broadcasting the day of the attack. But Zhao said a single call to Picus, the world's leader in global 24-hour satellite news, had turned those signals off. I needed to fly to Picus headquarters in Montreal if I wanted to learn more. Eliza Cassan, Picus Communications' First Lady of News. Malik thought I was reaching when I told her Eliza was involved in this. The world's most famous news anchor, working with a mercenary hit squad. But when I confronted Cassan in her office, she freely admitted to jamming Detroit's satellites the night Megan's team had been taken. Said she's just been following her commands. I suspected she wanted to say more. But Black Op mercenaries showed up looking to shut us both down. And just like that, the Eliza I'd been talking to disappeared. The Mercs were led by an augmented killer I'd crossed paths with twice before. Fedorova, a woman who'd made silence her best friend. She waited for me to track Eliza's transmission to a secret server room underneath the Picus complex, then jumped me from behind. A deadly fight ensued. I made sure she never moved silently again. With Fedorova down and no one left to keep Eliza quiet, she reappeared. Turns out Picus's First Lady of News wasn't a lady at all. She was a sophisticated AI program, engineered to monitor data streams and control what people believed. Eliza told me the Mercs had brought in a Humanity Front doctor named Isaiah Sandoval to remove the scientist's implanted tracking devices while Detroit's satellites were down. She also told me to speak to David Seraph if I wanted to learn more. By the time Malik and I got back to Detroit, tensions between normal and augmented citizens had reached a flashpoint. Riots were breaking out in several cities, and the UN was being urged to intervene. Seraph was trying hard to convince Hugh Darrow, the inventor turned philanthropist who'd once been a leading proponent of enhancement technologies, to help stop a possible regulatory vote. Seraph had a lot riding on Darrow. Megan's discovery would have given millions of people the chance to evolve beyond their normal human abilities, and at the same time catapulted Seraph Industries to the top of the Fortune 500. According to Seraph, Megan's kidnappers knew this, and didn't want people evolving unless they controlled how it was done. He called his enemies Illuminati and urged me to keep searching. Determined to do so, I tracked down Sandoval via America's most outspoken augmentation opponent, Bill Taggart, Sandoval's boss and founder of Humanity Front. Sandoval admitted to operating on Megan's team when I confronted him, but said he hadn't removed their GPLs. He'd merely switched them to a different frequency. Pritchard was able to trace one of the signals to China. Malik and I immediately took off in pursuit. Unfortunately, the Illuminati were one step ahead. Ambushed. Shot out of the sky by Bell Tower Associates, seconds after entering Hengsha's airspace. Malik's piloting skills saved me. After a tense and bitter struggle, I escaped into Lower Hengsha. The tracking signal I was following led straight to the Triads, or more specifically, to the augmented arm of Tong Si-hung, leader of a gang of augmentation harvesters. Tong said they'd taken the arm off a corpse, which Bell Tower had left at their door, meaning at least one of Seraph's scientists was dead. Maybe not the rest of them, though. Tong pointed me to a port used for human trafficking and helped me slip aboard a Bell Tower ship. It was sailing to Rifleman Bank Station, a military base in the South China Sea. Bell Tower was holding kidnapped civilians as prisoners there, and using them to perfect the Chiron Project, a human-computer interface that left most of its test subjects dead. My search for Megan would have ended then, if not for a mysterious ally named Quinn. In exchange for my help exposing Bell Tower, he slipped me aboard a second ship headed to Singapore and an Illuminati-run biotech facility called Omega Ranch. 3 of Seraph's scientists were there, forced by their captors to create a technology capable of remotely shutting down augmented abilities. Thanks to an emergency recall notice issued by the World Health Organization, millions of people all over the world already had the biochip installed. With the help of the scientists, I tracked Megan to a private section of the ranch. There, I ran into Yaron Namir, the walking tank who'd put a bullet in my brain the first time we met. He'd teamed up with Zhao and was hoping to catch me off guard. Their little ambush didn't work. I found Megan in a suite belonging to Hugh Darrow, the billionaire philanthropist who'd Seraph had called on for help. Darrow had convinced her to go along with the biochip plan by promising to sabotage the tech. As she was explaining this, Darrow appeared in a global broadcast, telling the world that augmentations would be the death of mankind. Then he activated the biochips to prove his point. All over the world, augmented people flew into a killing frenzy. Darrow had betrayed everyone, and it was up to me to set things right. To do it, I had to reach Panchaea, a massive installation in the Arctic Ocean. As I raced through corridors built by an all-augmented workforce, I saw death and destruction firsthand. By the time I shut down Darrow's broadcast, I knew the damage he'd done. Still, humanity's future remained unclear. How would the world react to this sabotage? Would people ever regain their faith in augmentations again? What would be the Illuminati's next move? Only time will give us the answers.
Now starts the game itself. I'll give my thoughts later.
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sista Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are ya?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming.
Agent Jensen! Am I gonna have a problem with you?
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Good. Because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you.
Listen up, all of you.
We got a sandstorm barreling down our ass and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding. That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists. This is Aran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got. For 3 years he's worked hard to get in tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts that party. Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident. It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with heavy-duty industrial rigs. So when the incident hit, and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Singh's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his Jinn crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking the atrium and make the arrest. Jensen, you're going in solo from the roof.
My objectives?
Keep the Jinn from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here. I want you to block access to it.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
Well, we have a small pause, and I can give some commentaries. Also, I got a message from Nick now. All right, I see. Everything seems to be still working well, I believe. The game stops when I alt-tab, so let me come back. It's just, I remember that the first missions are usually with a timer, and I don't want to do the talking when we start. It might hamper our objectives, and so I just want to compliment the creators again. The retrospective was really top-notch and helps a lot with mentioning the key events and showing us the key characters. And yeah, so let's just get going, because we have seen a lot of cutscenes and probably you are craving some action. The first choice is whether we are taking non-lethal or lethal weapons, and I'm going with non-lethal, as I mentioned. I don't want to be ruthless, I want to be quite, well, merciful with my enemies in the game. The world has seen enough violence, and I'm very appreciating the opportunity that Deus Ex gives me to not add any more suffering, only as much as necessary to establish the world peace.
We've got a UC in there. Might be easier to maintain his cover if he's not the only one still breathing when this is done.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, but if anything does happen to him, you'll be telling his wife. After you get out of the hospital, of course.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too. So it's a crapshoot, really.
I remember that my first choice was tranquilizer rifle. And that was relatively useful, but was also awfully slow to work, as I sent the dart and then it would kick in after like a second or two, which was quite critical to stealth. So, and then almost at the end of the game I tried the short range weapon, the stun gun. It was amazing. It was just amazing. I was like, wow, why didn't I use it before? So
Never was one to play the odds. Give me something I can use up close.
You got it. One last thing, Jensen. Singh said that Jin are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
I'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute. So we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your #1 priority is keeping the Jin out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your happy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do this.
Task Force Actual. This is Knife Leader. Engage Hush drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
isn't that weird that a covert operation is linked with 3 planes that are quite conspicuous? We also saw Burj Khalifa. Some of my students are now in Dubai. And now I am as well in Dubai. Isn't that nice?
Team leader, this is Jensen. I'm on the roof.
Solid copy. Move into the building. The access route you need to block is at the far end of the penthouses. And keep in mind, the direct route might not be the easiest one.
Roger that.
McCready will advise once his team is on the ground. Miller out.
So my inventory has Typhoon ammunition, hypersteam injector, which I think is energy, stun gun, 20 bullets, then smoke grenade, gas grenade, and biocell. What's that? My energy meter. Why can't I assign it to the... Wait a second. I see. Alrighty. I don't have any EMPs, unfortunately. EMPs are useful to disable robots. And hypersteam injector is... it's for health. Okay, let's use it on 2 and energy boost on 3. Grenades and Typhoon. Typhoon is deadly, if I'm not mistaken. Alrighty, these are our augmentations. Multi-tools. What are those? 4 available, none can be made. I can craft things. Multi-tool is a portable multi-use and anti-security hacking device. When fired at any secret device, emits a directed burst of microwave energy that neutralizes most conventional locking systems. Which I don't unfortunately possess. I liked hacking in this game. Recognize this. HUD. I think I had the same in Human Revolution. Now what's that? Objectives. Objectives are the map of the area. Okay. Alright, then history empty so far, will be rapidly growing, I believe, with this game. It was rapidly growing in past. And finally, accessing downloadable content, how to use storage to transfer items from well, so I can buy things in the game, I guess, and I'll be able to like use them in the game for real money, that is. Real money. Okay, let's see the objectives. Side missions, points of interest, history, empty, main missions, black market buy. 6 months ago I started working for Task Force 29, Interpol's newly formed anti-terrorist unit. Early this morning, a tip from an undercover agent sent me and the team racing to Dubai. Black market arms deal is going down. Our mission: disrupt the party. Objective details: seal off access to the atrium. The deal's going down in the atrium. Arun Singh, the undercover agent whose tip brought us here, sent his criminal gang to the penthouse level. I need to make sure they stay there by sealing off access to the elevators. So Arun Singh is our ally, and the secondary objective is jam the signal booster. The Jinn have a set calm signal booster set up somewhere in the penthouses. Singh's got a better chance of maintaining cover if I can find and disable it. Yeah, sure, that would be definitely done. So I'm slightly uncomfortable that I know I'm on timer, I guess. I think I'm gonna save the game here. Yeah, can I rename it? No, I don't want to overwrite. I want it just to remain. Rename. Yeah. It's just I might replay it later. I guess it might be necessary. What just happened? I see. I can find cover. I can I can crawl. I can jump. I can sprint, and I can also throw objects in the game as well, which is always possible. I cannot jump out of boundaries. The game limits your freedom. What's also really exciting is the graphics. Look, it's just you know what, I think I'm gonna make a screenshot and show it to my student tomorrow. The day after tomorrow I'll have a lesson, and I'll show her. I'll like, look, I'm also in Dubai. How is that? So yeah, then there are some boxes which can be destroyed by throwing. There are scattered items, handsaw, for example. So we have 2 corpses here, which are augmented construction workers, already decaying slightly, or not slightly, because you see their heads are no longer heads, but just bones and a bit of blood, tissue remaining, actually.
Jensen, we're moving through. Oh, fuck!
What's wrong?
The Jinn have got a few Jennies up and running. Gonna have to hack keypads.
You should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
Okay, we have a friend. Augmented construction worker. I'm not sure what has happened here. I see. He was, or she was, trying to destroy the crate and then died, probably to some blood loss or other types of damage. Anything to loot? Yeah, credits are money in this game. A lot of destruction all over the place. Shift to sprint. I don't want to sprint. I also want to... Okay, what's new entry? Control schemes. How to change the controller button Mappings. Yeah, I know that. And to manage. Alright, sure. I'm comfortable with what the game has by default. Am I supposed to be jumping down? I presume so, because... Huh? Did I just get damage? Where's my HP? Oh, it's full. Probably I could fly, because I should have... augmentations. I forgot to look at my augmentations. So, social enhancer, very nice. Hack and capture, hack and fortify, hack and stealth, and infolink. Receiving conduction, diet, sending, receiving. Is it? I guess it's to communicate distantly to people. Stealth, avatar. What? Evades upon detection by an attacker and monitors their behavior and eye movements in order to determine whether or not they've lost sight of the user. The Darmark tracker. Tracking targets. Smart vision. Locate and reveal persons and robots beyond walls and obstacles. Level 3 out of 4. Nice. Retinal prosthesis. Says both further more specialized devices can be purchased. The HUD projected by the... I'm not sure what that head-up display. Maybe it's what information we have. Wayfinder radar system. Projector. So that's the map info. Sentinel RX health system. That's what? That's our health. Yeah, physical health. Then maximum energy. Not bad. Rebreather to not get damage from gas. I'm very strong as well. Can probably bash through walls. Not a very good shooter. Fine. Then Icarus landing. Automatically triggered augmentation. So if I was supposed to get damage, it would have triggered automatically. Right. Quicksilver reflex booster. Perform more coordinated feats of strength and dexterity. Alrighty. And Typhoon. Typhoon burst of projectiles. Requires specialized ammunition. That is insta-death, I think, for enemies, and so not that I want to use it. Glass shield cloaking. Oh, that's stealth. I don't remember how you activate stealth though. Rhinodermal armor, physical damage protection, and legs. Stamina, strength, and stability. Actually, not that impressive so far. I thought there are more augmentations in the game, but maybe they'll be available later. Maybe not. How do I enter stealth? I don't remember. Damn it. Options, gameplay, and mouse, keyboard, key bindings, sprint, jump, interact, crouch. Cover is F. Holster weapon H, takedowns Q, yeah. Track, remote hack, I M Q. OL, quick saves, yeah, also weapon management, inventory wheel, augmentation wheel, that's quite useful. Augmentations, inventory, F4 or F. Okay, I must be invisible now, right? Battery's going down. Does it recharge? Yes, it does. Why don't I enter invisibility by pressing F, I wonder? Ah, because when I press F, I go, like, I hide behind. That is what happens, not the stealth activity. Sit previous, hello, hello. There'll be more augmentations, but they'll be unstable. Pleasure to meet you. I'm not sure when you joined. Hopefully you heard the intro, which was quite a long one. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember the hotkeys since Human Revolution that I played 2 years ago, and yeah, I'm just getting comfortable. What's that now? What? Excuse me? Did I do that? I think so. Because probably I probably throwed, yeah, I threw 2 grenades with gas. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, Which love the last 2 games? Well, yeah, I have the full playthrough of Human Revolution on YouTube. As I said, 2 years ago it was, and yeah, today I had a very long intro, I think 1 hour at least, because I feel very special about the 2 games as well. I'm already kind of emotionally drained because it's really touching. It's really gets to me. I'm not sure why I make such a powerful jump here. I expected to have some kind of, damn it, what happened? Expected some kind of Icarus dive here, but it didn't happen. Yeah, Jensen apartment from Christian's my dream apartment. Huh. Yeah, it was really sweet. I can understand. The graphics are amazing. It's just so many details, and I just want to explore. Made in China. Well, of course. Fragile. It is.
Jensen, we're moving through. Oh, fuck.
What's wrong?
The Jinn have got a few Jennies up and running. We're gonna have to hack keypads.
You should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
Yeah, our friend speaking now. Let's crouch to somewhere. I don't know where. So, wait a second. Okay. That is not stealth, Jensen. That's anti-stealth. Why are you so loud? Tell me. Okay, there is a computer, or no, it's just a lamp. It's a lamp, and I'm being very careful with the game. I know it likes hiding interesting things and something very important. And well, for example, this body over here is not hidden, but let's say it's not that obvious. So what am I like? No, Jensen, that's not exactly what I wanted to do. How do I, I'm sorry, loot the body? Okay, I can loot him on the go. Pocket secretary, something to read. Qasimir from Kalim Kauri. Everyone has gone crazy. I was working on the fan system when we lost power. Stuck in here, but I think that means they can't get at me. They're killing everyone. They started screaming and attacking anything that moved. Where are you? If you can, make it up to the storage area on the roof. It's caged in, you should be safe there. Might even have some medical supplies. Door code is 4801. Be safe, friend. Well, now that's Deus Ex. Codes. codes and hidden nodes and all of that stuff. So I'm just trying to get the view from behind, but also I want to examine how the whether Icarus works. Damn it. Okay, that is also not bad. I landed where I wanted to get before, but actually I jumped onto the ladder from the middle of the platform. Nice. Just fall. Jensen, what the hell is happening? It's supposed to automatically activate, not manually. Alright, maybe if I fall from some higher distance it will activate, but in Human Revolution it activated much faster. And where is that top level that the guy was talking about? I don't see any loot here, to be honest. Maybe somewhere upstairs. Now, what's this place? Looks really amazing. I mean, poor Dubai, poor hotel, but anyway, looks amazing. I'm really enjoying what they have done in the game, and already told you that I've made a screenshot of this Burj Khalifa because one of my students is in Dubai now, and I can show her, like, I'm also in Dubai now, but slightly in the future. Hello, Alexander. Welcome to the stream. Pleasure to see you again, and hope you enjoy. So, I have yet to encounter a lootable box. Remember, we are on timer, so probably we are already losing some important opportunities in the future. Maybe, maybe not. What does this say? I don't speak Arabic, which is a shame. I maybe should start studying. Heavy plastic crate. I can grab it because I think I have augmentations. Yeah, I think Jensen by default cannot do that. Material shifting. Authorized personnel only. Any hidden paths that I should be aware of? Not that I see anything, to be honest. Okay, let's not obsess for too long and get going. Seagulls are going crazy. The music is sad and wistful, as it should be. Press space to jump. Okay, I will, as soon as I make sure that I have missed nothing here as well. Seems that it's fine. So let's. It's kind of a tutorial, right? This part of the no, Jensen, no. Hold space and move forward to grab high ledge. I don't think it was possible in Human Revolution, but I might be wrong. I'd like to check out that area there. It promises to be something interesting. Absinthe. Of course. Of course. Of course. Inventory. Yeah, sure. Deus Ex wouldn't be Deus Ex without booze. Different types of booze that would contaminate my inventory from time to time in the past. So far we have found absinthe. Any story about... look at the bottle. I saw this bottle in the supermarket, actually. Look, it's so nice. I just want to rotate it so I can read it. Tyson Sands Premium Absinthe Production of Switzerland. 500 milliliters, 66% alcohol by volume. And unfortunately the rest of the information is not readable, I think, but I can zoom in and, well, isn't that remarkable design? Absinthe has had a bad rap, man. Hallucinations, big deal. Addiction, come on. Indolence, dude. You can't keep a good theory down, to paraphrase a well-known idiom. Absinthe makes the heart grow. Never mind. Hand me that spoon. Functionality. Used to recover a fair amount of health at the cost of a blurry vision. If health is already full, consumption will temporarily raise it above the maximum. And then usage. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep the bottle for later. And yeah. So we need to get back to where the... Okay, that was pathetic. What happened? I cannot jump far enough? Alright, I can, I see. Alright. Then Icaro's dive. No, didn't work out this time. Alrighty. This one is something interesting, but not possible. Another place to crouch through. Alright. Going for full stealth, pacifist run, yes. Simple answer here, yes. I didn't kill anyone with few exceptions in HR, in Human Revolution that is, and I'm not gonna do that here. So why does the game tell me to open the menu with augmentations? This one is empty. Extinguishers must explode. They used to explode if maybe they have to be hit a couple of times. Sir, why wouldn't you explode? Damn it. Maybe I have to shoot them in this game. I don't know. What's that? 0451. Well, let's write it down. I don't know. It looks like something worthy of our attention. 0451. Just in case. Nice pen. Very simple. Many years after, what's that? Year 2029 or 39, people still use simple pens, which is quite surprising. I have a hunch that something is... Well, I'm missing something in this place, but... Bodies, and some cardboard boxes, but nothing else. Why? What do you want from me? Lag silencers. Oh, I can also walk silently. Smart vision, maybe. MMB to assign it, and exit augmentation wheel with... what is MMB? Middle mouse button. And that's more complicated than it used to be. The walls were just marked with some kind of highlight in Human Revolution, so you could bash through. Righty. Yeah, a very silent entrance, of course. Has Smart Vision stopped itself? I see. Let's save the game. I'm not sure, but remember that I couldn't do it. Would be interesting to look at your attempt. You mean the fire extinguisher? Look, wait a second. I think... You see, it's health bar. So maybe if we throw... Sir? Here you are. Yeah. It has a health bar. So if I throw it, say, a couple of more times, it has to either explode or just get destroyed without any special effects. And yeah, exciting gameplay with me. Yay! Can I get damage from it? No. No damage. But that's how it works. Has to be hit enough times. Now, why is it... Why is the room foggy. Is it the weather or it's fire extinguisher? I'm sure if I had a gun I could hit it and then it would do the same, but so far I think we should be satisfied with what happened. Right, so guide. I think we are about to encounter some enemies or something like that. Speaking of, it's Typhoon, lag silencers to, I guess, be less noisy. Okay. And smart vision. Yeah, I think I want, again, smart vision. Anything interesting? Ah. Huh. So, again, I won't automatically see enemies anymore. I'll have to activate smart vision. What's that? Probably that's the place where I'm heading towards. Oh, no. No, it's not. It's not. It's... Oh, look, I'm so sorry for your... That's a horrible death. A horrible death, and I'm actually quite suspicious he was alive for some time after that moment. Pocket Secretary. Connor Banks. Meeting from... Where's Nuri? Connor. Connor. Our investors are getting nervous. Some of them have begun to seriously consider cutting their losses and pulling out of the project. Hell, if it was my money, I'd do the same thing. I'm fairly certain that the Desert Jewel is not going to be completed by the delivery date. I don't have to remind you that this would be the 5th time we've missed a date and what that will mean. I need a way out before Wahab Tahir sinks. I need your help, Connor. Can you meet? I'll be in New York on the 10th. Waris Nuri, project manager, Wahab Tahir Construction. Desert Jewel. It's something I've heard of. Desert Jewel. Desert Jewel. Dubai. Maybe no. Maybe no. It's just I think they're probably referencing to some problems with investment in Dubai. You know, when Dubai began to build those beautiful palm beaches, there was a lot of investment involved, and then there were some problems because the trend shifted to some other projects, and so they were struggling to find investors and tenants. I mean, not tenants maybe, but people who would buy that property. And then I think the pandemic exacerbated the whole situation. But my student who knows something about this, actually she knows a lot about that because it's her industry, so she told me that it's no longer true. They're fine, I guess. The development of the project is back to good state, I guess. So, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's not a reference to that. Is that a head? It's just a helmet, I guess. Protection helmet. So, yeah, this room must be something interesting. And I wonder what it does. What have we done? I mean... So... It's like I won't be able to open the door, I presume. I see. So it's actually, I was kind of getting ahead of the game's logic. And look, this looks suspiciously like some hidden location that I have to be exploring. At least it seems so. And it's Deus Ex tab. Okay, what My route through the building has been blocked by electronically operated doors. Problem is there is no power. Need to find a way to restore it. Better search the area. Yeah, we know that. It's funny that those soldiers that are standing over there haven't yet noticed how much noise the room is producing. I mean, if I were them, I would be definitely freaking out. Like, what the hell is happening in that room? Why is it noisy? Who goes there? And I would have taken measures. So again, we are probably gonna be much better if we climb over here, and then that's how we pass by the electrically charged puddle, say. I'm gonna use this description of our predicament. So yeah. Oh, and I forgot, I wanted to examine this interesting No, damn it, Jensen. Give me just a chance to look at this. Don't climb anything, just don't. You stupid bastard. Don't freaking climb. Just, yeah, thank you. Look, at the detailization is just amazing. Lighting panel, schedule, project, the noise. Shut up. Project Shift or SH8FT, something like that, July the 27th. Michael or Michelle L, employee. There is a typo. There has to be 2 E's at the end of the word. Description, local switch, 430, on, system down, changed bulb, A, okay, no connection, without PO zone, Tenny all, maybe, server number 3, 15 down, replaced, FBN is malfunctioning, Ricardo, is it Ricardo Milos? So he worked here. That's amazing. What a career change. Reconnected wires. Power outage. So that's A. That's Ricardo. Really, Ricardo Milos works. Worked here in Dubai. Who'd have known? Who'd have thought? Running on generation. Well, it's a pleasure to meet such a meme here. Yeah, let's restore the power again. Bring back the awful noise, and then I need to climb this path again. And I'm slightly disappointed that I don't have any loot out of here, because I thought I would be rewarded for finding it. But no, I'll not be. And oh, another similar thing, unfortunately, and they did that in Human Revolution as well. It's a copy which is impossible because it contains handwriting, but well, things can be really great, but they can't be perfect, right? I'm gonna quick save. Well, I presume it's 0451. Yeah, I got an achievement. Achievement is enter classic numerical code on the game's first keypad. The reason I knew the code is there were dead people there, and on the table there was this code. Now, what I didn't like about Human Revolution was that when you enter the code, you get 0 XP. When you hack the pad, you get XP, and maybe some loot out of that, like money or some nodes. And that's that we're going to do once more. Also, we need to learn how to hack in this version of the game. View entry. View entry. Start from the blue IO port. That's green, but okay. Navigate the system by capturing nodes using the C button or by using the mouse to click capture. Higher rated nodes take longer to capture and have higher detection percentages. Detected to have limited time to complete your hack before being logged out. Okay, that's where I begin, or I begin here. I begin with blue. Green is what's disconnect? What's different from exit? Are you sure you want to exit? No attempts will be lost as no trace was triggered. Very strange, but fine, I guess. Press C to capture nodes. I got it. So I don't see the map of the place. What's red? Diagnostic security rating, directory, and there isn't any what were they called? Kind of nodes with some loot inside, but I don't see that.
Anomaly detected.
Anomaly.
Trace program initiated.
27 seconds. It's fine. I think I'll have enough time to hack that, capture the registry,
Access granted.
continue. XP? Yeah, 25 XP I got out of that, right? Am I right? 25. Let's see. If I load the game now, and input the digits, I think you get no XP, right? Don't shoot the lock. Okay, 04 again. 0451. I got XP. I didn't notice that. Right then, what can I say? Thanks. Thanks game, and then there are people, so I have to start crouching. Tutorial mode. Follow the green holograms to receive tutorial instructions. Mechanics. Learn about moving to cover. No, I think I'm fine.
I think that was the last one.
Excuse me?
What is wrong with you?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing wrong. So, seal off access to the atrium. What's the update? I mean, takedowns, lethal and non-lethal. Yeah, of course, non-lethal. Pistols. Ammunition. Machine pistol. Not bad. Any more enemies? There is one person there. That means I think I want to make it less obvious what happened here, just because I'm not sure how far that person can see and what the person is actually trying to look at. I'm not sure. Seems to be very, very focused on something to the right from me. Now, the two guys here unfortunately were murderers. They killed a civilian who was a squatter. Squatters are people who live in places that are not supposed to be lived in, like some abandoned building or some kind of like that thing. And it's of course a huge problem for the police and the government in general, but that's a culture. Even in some cities it's a culture, and It's a very, very widespread phenomenon. Boxes are moving by themselves and they're not stable enough, so they're shaking, producing a lot of noise. And what's that sound? Some machine is making it. Oh, look, what's this? I can climb someplace. Well, honestly, maybe it's my absence of habit with the game. Beer case. Nice. And machine pistol, regular armor, and the bucket. Why can't I use a bucket? It's a good old bucket. Universal for the well water, for toilet purposes. Incredible. So what I was saying, maybe it's my lack of experience with the game, but the controls feel not clanky, but they're kinda unruly slightly. Like I'm not, and I'm also kinda overwhelmed with the amount of details around me. Okay, some money from the unfortunate miserable workers who died in that accident. Now was that toolbox. I think I can holster my weapon for now. What else can I be interested in? Maybe let's climb the ladder. I don't know what for, but hopefully I'll find something interesting there. Not there. No, it seems no. Okay, what's in this room? Yeah, I see a person, but other than that, a case. Alrighty. Money. Thank you. 35 credits. Can I not? I mean, that has to be breakable, this thing, but it's not. Well, weird. Most weird. I thought I would find something more interesting here. Probably it's just an alternative path to, yeah, to walk by, avoiding those workers, sorry, bandits that I disabled here. Wait a second. Where the hell am I? One person there, two bodies there. Excuse me? Is he like alarmed or what? I think I know this actor, but yeah, I'm sorry for such rude behavior towards you. Hey! Join your friends here. Yeah, I think you should be fine. Now, I don't remember if I looted this body, and honestly, I'm slightly lost, I guess. Oh yeah. Okay. What do you have? Bullets, of course. Now there was a covered entrance to this area as well. Again, Deus Ex following its best traditions. And some pistol. What's that? Seal off access to the atrium. Well, this is the goal of our mission, right? But actually, what I do want to do is I want to complete the alternative mission, jam the signal booster, and probably it's over there. Maybe no. Oh, Svoboda beer. Isn't that nice? This... Damn it. I have brandy today, not beer, so the game makes me regret my decision. Can I think I can climb there. Just need to find a proper spot for that, say this one. And if I walk by these beams, I probably will be able to examine the... I can hack through, I can jump over, so plenty of opportunities to use. Actually, the whole area is accessible through this extension. Right, what do we have here? Well, seems that nothing interesting, to be honest. Why is my energy not replenishing itself, I wonder? Probably it's because of that strange mechanics in the previous game, like it only replenishes beyond some point. Or it just drops. Inevitably drops. The guide popped up. Certain augmentations have an activation cost which degrades the energy meter's maximum regeneration. The white part of the energy meter is unaffected by degradation, will always regenerate. Refill with the energy meter and reset the maximum regeneration. Okay, that's very timely. Thank you, game, for proper explanations. I appreciate. Yeah, I've looted this one. Some more beer, a lot of beer. Another bottle of beer actually I found, but nothing. Is that lootable? No, these are not lootable bottles. What's that? Save to record. Number of employees 12,567. Number of hours worked 72,385,614. And what's that? Days since last lost time injury 12. Lost time injury 3,956. A good worker puts his body parts in, I presume. I mean, what? No injuries, please? What? Lost time injury? What the hell is lost time injury? Injury sustained on the job by an employee that results in the loss of productive work time. I thought it was something sinister, but it seems to be a concept in labor relationships, so I didn't know that. Good to learn. Now, keypad locked. I have the code database. What I'm curious about is whether I'm gonna get XP for using the code or not. So 4801 25 access granted. Well, thank you then. Much appreciated. And that's the worker.
Listen, Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big and it's gonna hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can. Time is not on our side.
Copy that.
Solid copy.
Alright. Coffee stains. Coffee stains or blood stains. These are blood stains, unfortunately. Cigarettes. Well, looks quite tough. Plastic crate. Is it hiding anything? Weakness. What am I doing here? Car's landing augmentation. That's the way to get down, but question is, why would I want to get down if I can't get back up? That simply, what's the point? Some, what's that? Okay. Credit chips, combat rifle, regular ammo, some useless lockers. This one has to be as well destroyed to be opened. Tranquilizer rifle, pistol, stun gun ammunition, thank you. That's valuable. And now where do I destroy the signal? I'm sorry. I mean, I thought it's here I should shut it down, but apparently no. Okay, let's save the game again, and so what will... Wait. Ah, it's not that place actually. Stealth tutorial. What am I doing here? M1. What's this? Is it the alternative quest, or what the hell am I doing here? Or I just jumped the narrative and I'm gonna... What am I doing here? What's this place? Exhibition hall. It's like I jumped the... I think I jumped the game's logic actually. Duncan MacReady, or Mac as he's sometimes called, is a tough as nails special forces operative working for TF-29. Heads up the Prague Division's elite tactical squad. Mac has no patience for the incompetent, which to him is almost everyone. His cynical personality and bias against Augmented make him tough to like, but his military experience and no-nonsense approach in the field have earned him great respect. So then what will happen when I seal the entrance? Or... I get it. I get it now. So this is not where I seal the entrance at all. It's the other way to go down. So I can just peacefully use the elevator, or I can jump down and climb more surreptitiously and not be noticed. That way, at least I can try and not be noticed. I'm not sure which path to take currently as well. I'm not sure whether I have done everything in this location. So how much time we have been live so far, by the way? 1 hour. Well, I'm just thinking that I want to stop here for today, as it's I've had the start of the game, and that's great, and I have a full day tomorrow to be streaming, so maybe it's what I'm gonna do, and I'll have more energy, I'll have more voice potential in that case, and yeah, it's just we've had the beginning, the official beginning of the series. I'm very happy about that. As I said, I'm very satisfied. So yeah, let's do it this way. I'm gonna save the game here with a quick save, not hard save, because remember I wanted to have some backup option in case I mess up. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow, I believe, and hope you're fine and in great mood. I'm done with the Planet Craft. I missed the last stream. Yes, well, at least we have explored the whole map. We have built another skyscraper. We have almost reached the breathable atmosphere. We, I think, have 10% to that stage in terms of terraformation progress, and I just didn't want to procrastinate there. Like, I mean, I want to play Planet Crafter because I've been playing for 2 weeks, and it's most natural to come back and play the game you know well already, and it was extremely satisfying to build. But the game is still rough, it's still early access, so when it completely fully releases, we'll have a chance to continue playing, explore new places, maybe build some more crazy constructions, and so we'll have a chance to come back to the Planet Crafter. So at the end of the series, it's kind of, the series is on hold until they release from early access or add some content that's engaging. Yeah, so now I'll be focusing on Deus Ex. Maybe we'll combine it with Divinity the second if I have the mood. And yeah, also Father's Frontier, if they release their update soon, I will be playing that as well. So 3 games, approximately 3 games that I have just mentioned. And yeah, thank you for coming, Nikita. I appreciate. So looking forward to tomorrow. Yes, and bye bye.